Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Interesting, this one is another first puzzle by one of these setters. This person, sorry, is Hunsar, and this is sort of a big deal. And I think the pun there essentially is that it's sort of a big deal because this is their first puzzle that they set. So as you can see, we have kind of a, this reminds me of like a Final Fantasy blade for some reason. But I could be just completely off my rocker there, but we have a sword of some sort here. What is it called? A Beyblade? Isn't that what the big Final Fantasy sword is? Anyway, so interesting looking puzzle. I like the graphics and of course the fact that it's their first puzzle. Thought I'd give it a go, see if we can figure it out. So anyway, let's look at the rules and see what's going on. So it's a normal Sudoku rules. So every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. Then we have some typical rule set variants here, so let's just go through them. Killer cages, digits in a dotted cage must sum to the number in the top left corner. So these guys add to 15, these guys to 10, etc., etc. We have some thermos here. These guys here are all thermos. So digits on a thermometer must increase from the bulb. So whatever this is going to be the lowest digit on our thermo, and it's going to increase until it gets to our tip, which will be the highest digit on our thermo. Then we have Renban lines. So the purple lines must, so it's a singular line, must contain a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in order. At least I think that's what this is going to be. So these are one line, and it will have some grouping of digits that are consecutive and do not repeat. Then we have region sum lines. So box boards divide the blue line into segments with the same sum. Different lines may have different sums, but there's only one line, so we don't have to worry about that. Essentially means that whatever these two digits are, they will add to a value, and that value must be continued on each section of the line when it passes into another region. Then we have German whisper lines. Consecutive digits along green German whisper lines must differ by at least 5. So these are the two German whispers. So whatever this is 5 away from it, this 5 away from that one, and so on. And then we have white Kropkis. So digits by a white Kropki dot must be consecutive. So any of these dots you see, the two digits on either side of it will be consecutive. So 1, 2, 5, 6, whatever. Just have to be consecutive. Have a difference of 1. Easy way to think about it. So anyway, those are the rules. Like I said, a number of common Sudoku variants. But since it's sort of a big deal, I thought I'd sort of make a video about it and see what we can figure out. So links in the description below. Let's give this a try, see if we can figure it out. Hopefully it's a wonderful puzzle. Now, the first thing I saw was this 10 cage. So we know this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's the only way you can get to 10 in 4 digits. Now we know these aren't the extremes, so these are. So we're either going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's something. Now, the next question, though, is going to be, where's the next step of this puzzle? Because we can think about our region sum lines. We know all of these digits are going to be the same. And we're going to have 2 different ways to make that value, because each of these is a singular cell within each region on the line. It's also going to tell us that this digit is the same as that because all of those see those. So we can do a little coloring exercise there. And we can also start to think about what is the possibility of these digits. Now, we said we have to have 2 different ways of making this value. So that gets us up to 5 as a bare minimum. And I don't know if we can do much more. Well, yes, we can. We know we can use our thermos a little bit. These are not 9s. They're not 8s. They're not 7s. They could go up to a 6. Or can they? If these are both 6s, 7, no, they can't be 6s. These have to be 5s. Okay. Because if this is a 6, 7, 8, 9, but this would also be a 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are all 5s. Good. That's a good start. Now, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to have some groupings here that we can maybe start to work through. 5, 4, 3. So we have a couple of things going down the line on these that we might be able to start going through. Now, if we know these all add to 5, these must be the two ways to make 5, which are 1, 4, and 2, 3, which forces these digits to be 6 and 7. How many digits are on this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So there's only one digit missing from this Renban, or hilt of our sword. But we don't know what it is necessarily. It's either going to be the 1 or the 9. That we do know. What else do we have? I was going to start looking at this Kropki, but I don't know if it gives us too much. We know it's a low digit, 1, 2, 3, or 4, because it has to be consecutive and it can't go up to 5. We're one digit short of lowness here, of completing a low. Now, did we get anything with our 5s that we can further delineate? I don't know if we did. We might need to start looking at our German whispers a little bit. And see what comes of those. We can't put a 5 on a 15 cell, so these 5s actually do help a little bit. These must be 5s, which means none of those can be 5s, because these guys look into this, so this is a 5. I'm not necessarily going to continue to color those 5s. I think I'm just going to get rid of that coloring anyway, and let the sword hold its own. And what more will we say? Can we do anything about this Kropki? Not really. We know it has to be from 6, 7, 8, and 9. But we don't know which one. It could be 6, 7, 7, 8, or 8, 9. Now, I guess it can't be 8, 9, can it? Because what would the 15 be? The only ways to make 15 are 9, 6, and 8, 7, so this can't have a 9 on it. So we do get a 6, 7, 8 triple to go with our 5, 2, and 3, so we know what these 3 are. 1, 4, and 9. So we know this 15 cage does not have a 9 in it, so it is an 8, 7. Therefore, the 8 and the 7 must go here. This is a 7, 8 pair. This has to be a 9, 6. Good. Now we're going to start to get into maybe what these guys are, and we might be able to start picking apart our German whisper. What are these digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these are both low digits, which means this is a high digit. Can't be 6 because these can't both be 1s. So we do end up getting our 1, 2, 3, 4 quad here, forcing these to be 6, 7s, 8s, and 9s. Now, I don't know that that necessarily helps us too much, but 6, 7, 8. Now, I don't quite have the finalization of what these guys are. What else, though, can we say? Trying to determine if we can differentiate the two groupings of the 1, 4 and the 2, 3, but I don't believe so. At least not yet. Oh, the 6. Where does the 6 go on this? It just has to go here. Again, does that really help us? Yeah, it almost does. It almost pushes the 6 into a 15 cage, which we could use, but this could still be a 6. What else? I don't think we've got enough to... We do, actually. This German whisper, these have to be low digits, because we've already used 6, 7, and 8, so they can't be too high digits. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Forces this to be a high digit, 7, 8, or 9, because it can't be 6. Okay. Again, is that something we can use here? This can't be a 9, because this can't be an 8. So this is either a 1, 2, or a 4 with a 3 or a 5. Little things that we can put in, I guess. 5, 6. There might be something along these lines we can do with this Kropki. Can we do anything with the 15 as well? Because again, we have a Kropki that might give us a little bit of info, but it doesn't really look like it does. We don't quite know what's... Well, I mean, we know one of these two is a 5 because we've already used the 5 on our Renban. But again, all that does is kind of complete the X-Wing corner. Anything going on here? Probably not really. It gives us 3 low digits. So we know we're going to have 1 more up here to go with 2 high digits. And that'll finish the high digits in this line. So this will have to be a low digit. We could get into coloring on this thing. These are all of our lows, so this has to be a high digit. Okay. There's probably some interaction with these thermos too at some point here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have a quad, so this is a high digit, which forces this to be a high digit because it can't go down to a 5. This can't be 7 or 8. This can't be 6 or 9, so we get a 7, 8 pair. Good, there we go. We just had to get to that point. Because of this being 6 and 9, obviously this can't be 6 or 9, so it forces the 7, 8. This becomes 9. This becomes 6, 7, 8, 9, and that will get us finally moving and grooving. This is the 9. This is 8. These are not 6 or 8, so they are a 7, 9 pair. Good, good. What else did that tell us? The 7 gave us the 8 and the 7. Perfect. And now we get to regroup a little bit and see what all out this has wrought for us. These have to be from 1, 2, 3, and 4, because we've used 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This can't be 1 or 4. This becomes 2, 3, or 5 by the row. What are you two? 6 and 9. We can do that. This is 9. This is 6. This has to be another low digit. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Can't be 1 or 4. Okay. What else? We gotta be getting pretty close to this thing just kind of popping on us. This 8 here says this is a 9, 6 pair. 9, 6, thank you, Mr. Mouse. That forces 7 and 6. Good. What else we got? Not quite sold in here yet, but maybe we've got some Sudoku we can look at. So let's go down that route for a second. We've got a lot of high digits, high and mid digits, so we can see if we get anything. We know 6s and 9s must go in these groupings. These cannot be 6, so this is 6. One of these will be 9, which means it's on our Renban, which means that we know the digit that is missing is the 1. So 2, 3, 4, and 8 must go down here. These guys are 2, 3, 4, and 8 as well. I don't know that did too much for us there. Let's just see. No, we don't have anything quite looking at that yet. But what are these guys? 1, 5, and 7? It's a lot of pencil marking going on. We do have a 7 X-Wing, so this is 7. Can we do anything else with our 7s? Yes, this is 7 by Sudoku. This is 7, which means this is 5, which means this is 1, 5. Good. What else? Keep waiting for this guy to open up. He doesn't seem to want to do so. This has to be a low 1, 2, 3, or 4 to finish our column. The 8, we can say that the 8 does not go here, so it must go here. Because if it did, it would have to go with a 7 or a 9, and it can't. So these are low digits, yet again. This is not a 1. 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're going to have something, again, break up through here. This cannot be 2, 3, because it would break this. So this cannot be 2. It's either 1, 2, or 3, 4. Okay, we're going to have to do some more work to get to that one, I think. What else? What other clues do we have left over? Let's look at this guy. This guy is given. Okay, this can't be 6 because this would have to be 5 or 7. So this is the 9, 6, and 6 and 9. There we go. This has to be a low digit. This has to be the 8. Therefore, none of these are 8s. So one of these two is. Doesn't look like we can determine exactly which one that is, but these are a 2, 3, 4. No, I didn't put the 9 in here, that's all. Little pencil marking item there. I had it on the corner, but I didn't put it on the full, so. I guess we can mark that as one of those being an 8 and try to jump back into Sudoku and see what's we're missing. Okay, the 5 forces this to be 5. This cannot be 5 anymore. Still hasn't really determined this yet, but let's continue through the process. I think our 5s are done. Yeah, what about 6s? We've got to be able to, yeah, we can start popping in hopefully a lot of the rest of these digits. 6s appear to be done. 7s have the X-Wing left over. 8s, not quite. What about those 9s? And then if we don't have anything here, we'll go look around at our clues, because I think I see something right now that we can use a little bit of. Yeah, we do have an X-Wing on 9s here, so this can't be a 9, so this is 7, 9. That gives us the 8 and 7. This can't be an 8, so this is. Good. What else we got? This can't be a 1, this can't be a 1, so this can't be a 2. 2, 3, 4, and 9, okay. What else we got? This has to be a low, like we said previously, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, we're not quite getting a whole lot out of that, so let's think about where we might have a clue. This 8 here was what I saw previously, where none of these could be 4s, but that's not doing a ton, it didn't seem. We might have to go into some coloring exercises to break out which one of these can be which ones, in terms of like our 1, 4s, 2, 3s, that sort of situation. But let's look around a little bit first and see if we can find one more clue that might give us something. But I don't quite see one. So again, we might have to 8. This is an 8. That should have been the final 8 now, yeah. This again becomes a low digit. We have not determined our 9 yet. Okay. Yeah, we just have the X-wing left there, and then we have all of our low digits. We have to figure out how we're gonna cut up our... Okay, here we go. This cannot be a 3-4, because it would break this. Once we had removed the option of this being a 2, that sorted everything here, and I think that's going to be enough to break this in. So if this cannot be a 3-4, this must be 2-1. Now, 2 says this is 3. These are not 3s. This is 3. None of these are. What else? This can't be a 2. Well, maybe that didn't break it up as much as I hoped it would. But maybe there's also something else in some of these that we can use in similar vein. Not really, because I think we can go either way with this guy. This could be a 1-2 to leave the 3-4. It could be the 4-3 to leave the 1-2. We don't... Oh, we have a 3-4 pair here. Just didn't see it because he was hiding in the weeds there of the coloring. So this is 2. Therefore, this is not... Sorry, it's not 4. These are not 2. That 2 does sort this. This becomes the 3, the 2, the 4, the 1. Now we should hopefully be going. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. This has to be 4. These are not 4s. This is not a 3, so this is a 2-9 pair. This is a given 1. That's all that's left in this region. This is a 3-4 pair. This is not 1 or 2. Okay. What next? The 3 here gave us a 4. So this is a 1-2 pair, which leaves this at 3. These are not 3s. This is not 4. This 1-2 means this is not 4. The 1-2 pair gives us the 9 and the 2, which gives us the 4 and the 9. All right. What else we got? We should be getting right on the edge of this thing. This being a 1 or a 2 means this has to be a 3 or a 4. The 2 sees it, so this actually just is 1, 4. These are not 1s or 4s, and I'm sure, yeah, the 3 and the 2 see in here, so we can block these out. That's going to force 4, 3, 4. These are not 4s. This right here just becomes a 1, 2, 3. And now let's finish the rest of this. 2, 4, 1. There we go. Yippee. Congrats. 183 solves in 20 days. So that's been around a little while. It hasn't been posted that long, though. I think it posted like a couple of days ago. So this has probably been out in some other format, being tested and looked at and what have you, before it got onto the website that we use, so, or got onto this thing. So anyway, great puzzle. Really enjoyed that. Great first puzzle, Hunsar. Really did enjoy it. All the logic worked out beautifully, just trying to define the one spots that really start to pick these things apart and start to put your options in and reduce things down. I think it was mostly these 15s that got things going at one point. So anyway, good puzzle. Really enjoyed it. Hope you continue to make more and post them so we can all enjoy them. And I hope you all enjoy this as much as I did. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.